out of storage, and also my phone was about to die, so I just let it charge. Today I decided to not pre-pull the cards, but like after I shuffled, I just like set the cards out for one because, like I said, I had to put my phone down, and to save time, I just decided that I would pull the cards. And I did also like kind of go over them, like what I interpret the meanings to be, but also new meanings might come up as I'm like going over it with you guys here on camera. So I decided to do it. I originally wanted to do like kind of similar to like a Celtic cross, or a Celtic cross, I should say. Excuse me. So I had them like this, but I have to move them so y'all can see. I'm just trying something new so y'all can see the cards and like see the imagery of them. Also, excuse this cord. It's kind of gonna have to be right here because I have to use this mic so you guys can hear me. So yeah, let's get into the cards. So this first card at the top is gonna be the energy that's kind of leading or heading this energy. Like it's the head of the entire energy that we have laid out. So I'm gonna let you guys see the cards. So this, or I'm trying to figure out how to show y'all. I think I'm gonna show you after. So this is the Nine of Wands. So I interpreted this as, I'm gonna let y'all look. I interpreted this as your energy. You need to have pretty much a constant tie to the divine. As you can see, there's like a rainbow colored, like it almost looks like an umbilical cord. It kind of reminds me of like either umbilical cord or like lightning, striking. Like it's just kind of like, going up, and it appears to have no end. It's limitless. But it's important for you, especially at this time, to pretty much have a consistent connection to source, whatever source energy is for you, whether that's God, whether that's Allah, whether that's just you yourself, like just getting to know yourself. And when I say yourself, I don't mean like the human, like earthly version of yourself. I mean the soul that is encapsulated by your body. I really, like, I'm not talking about like a surface level, oh, get to know me, like, what do I like to do, what I mean, like, that, yeah, that too, but like, I mean really like getting really deep into who you are at your core. And also, like, I got this too, like really like do research on like the real nature of this existence. Like obviously we know that we are souls in we are souls who happen to be in a human vessel at this very moment in time. And yeah, I'm also hearing something about like maybe hearing about or learning about your past life. This can be this information can be acquired by way of meditation, by way of, even if you read cards yourself, you can do like a reading about your past life. And for some people, learning about their past lives isn't important, but I personally hold the belief that like my soul has, like, every life that I've been in. Like, for one, let me just make this clear. I personally believe in reincarnation. This is not my first time here. Personally, I believe that this is my last life here. So it's important to, in some way, understand not the origin of your story, but if possible, do some type of, diving into your past life. Actually, I never do this, but what I just said does not really sit well with my spirit. So completely ignore that message about the past life part of it. I never liked it. This is my first time ever double backing on what I said, only because I feel like when you pour too much thought and too much attention to your past life, it kind of like, it's almost like, what's the point? Because you have to remain present. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like, it's just not important. So maybe like if you're not going into your past life, okay, thank you, Spirit. I think that's why I need to say that. even doing some deep diving into your own childhood, your own past. I know that like sometimes going over and revisiting certain traumas can be painful, but it is necessary for your growth. And also understand that like the things that you experienced. See, I felt a lot lighter like channeling this. Like, part of me wanted to go with the whole past life thing because I do believe in reincarnation and I do believe that we have a past life. But I'm like, bro, like that's not really like important. Like your past life. Like I personally don't believe in like past life karma or um like I believe that whatever lessons you didn't learn in your past life you're gonna have to learn now. But I don't believe that, like, let's say if you was doing like terrible things for whatever reason in your past life, that is gonna haunt you in this life or is gonna come back to get you this. I don't believe that. You like right now you don't really have any awareness. Like your memory was wiped clean as far as like this present life. So I don't think that any soul can be held accountable for anything that they may have done in a previous lifetime. Like I personally don't believe that. I know a lot of people do. But anyway, so getting back to just the past versions of you as far as this lifetime that you're alive right now, like when you were younger, when you were a kid, when you were your childhood, when you experience certain emotions like fear of abandonment or attaching to other people or attaching to a like mindset. It is beneficial for you to question why you feel that way and also understand the connections between the things that you're working through right now and things that you experienced when you were maybe a child. Not even maybe a child, definitely a child, because if you think about it, like me personally, I'm 21 right now. Most of my life I was literally a child. And so like childhood plays such a big part in our lives, and as we get older we kind of like brush those things under the rug, but it's really important to revisit that, and also just connect to your inner child. So I'm still like it's something about like this like connection, like it's connecting to something that's beyond itself or beyond this like physical present version of yourself. um so yeah, I hope that didn't come off as like very like unclear. But I did have to just correct myself. Like I have no problem with admitting that something doesn't feel right for me to say, and I didn't really feel like I resonated with the necessarily the past life, as in like a life that you lived before. I don't like to focus on that energy. Nothing is more important than the present life that you're living right now. Nothing is more important than this present moment. So yeah, but anyway, besides that, so then we have the Ace of Swords. So this card underneath it is, how is this affecting you? How will you furthering your connection to yourself, to your soul? Diving deep into your childhood, and diving deep into how maybe things from your childhood are affecting you to this day, because I guarantee you certain things that you maybe experienced or observed in your childhood are affecting you. Between the ages of newborn, being a newborn, to the age of 7, you are living and operating in your unconscious mind, not subconscious but unconscious, and you're just pretty much like a sponge. So like you absorb, like when you were a child you absorbed everything that was going on around you without any knowledge of I don't want to attach this to myself, or this is good, this is bad. Like you don't what I'm saying, when you're a kid you don't really know anything other than what you're presented. So the way that this will be affecting you as far as connecting to these things, this will affect you by being able to this will affect you by infinitely being connected to truth. I also want to say that right now it will be important to we already talked about connecting to yourself, but like actually talking to yourself. And I mean like out loud, like obviously in the comfort of your own home, but like even the other night I did, like I literally sat in front of the mirror, I lit a candle, and I like talked to myself and like really had like a whole conversation. Like I had a whole therapy session with myself. I I uncovered more things within that like 15 minutes that I was doing that than I have in my most recent like therapy sessions. Not saying that there's anything wrong with therapy, but it's, you always have to be your first therapist. You always have to be your first go-to for anything regarding your healing. You cannot rely on a therapist to heal you. That's not how that works. A therapist is more like kind of an intermediate between, it's like an intermediate, or like a, like kind of like an overseer of your healing. Like that, a therapist is someone that you report to and maybe get like healing tips from, or like mindfulness tips or grounding tips, or things like that. So somebody needs to hear that, as far as like the therapy thing. But so yeah, it would affect you by, for also I'm hearing like having clarity of speech. Some of you are dealing with like brain fog, or not being able to like sometimes allow the words that you say match up completely with what you're thinking. Like some of you sometimes have an issue with communicating like clearly in a way, or communicating the way that you would like to. So yeah, just connecting with your higher mind, connecting with, well, first of all, I just want to say you are your higher self. You are your higher self. There's no such thing as linear time. The version of you that you are looking up to, or the version of you that you aspire to be. I just saw 11:11. You are that in this present moment, because you have to remember that time is not real. Time is not linear. It's all you. It's all you. Your childhood, your child self is you. Your present self is you. Your future self that you might think of as your higher self, or the version of you that has everything that you could ever desire, that is you too. All of it is you. All of it is you. Whew. Let me take a deep breath. All right, so it's already powerful energy, and we're not even all the way, we're not even 3 cards in. So moving forward, this card I have is, so I have, again, we have the energy that's heading, how this energy will be affecting you, and then we have how to connect to source, how to connect to your inner source, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it. So how to connect. So a great way to connect would be through tapping into wisdom. So owls represent wisdom. Oh, I didn't show y'all the card for the Ace of Swords. Also, don't think I said that it was the Ace of Swords. So far we have out the Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords for how this energy is affecting you. And then now we have the Father of Swords. So with the Father of Swords, which again is how to connect to your source, is tapping into wisdom. This could be literally reading certain books, listening to certain lectures, just to name a few that I could recommend. Eckhart Tolle, Esther Hicks, Bobby Hemmett. Even though Bobby Hemmett does have some things that are like, some of his lectures are very intense, and some of them are like very like advanced, and they can come off as very jarring. But I do love him as a lecturer. He's extremely wise. All of the people I just named are extremely wise. But like I said, like going like just diving into wisdom that's not surface level. This is and like the universal laws could be a great place to start, because that's pretty much the foundation of everything. So like the law of assumption, the law of attraction, which a lot of people have heard of, the law of correspondence. It's important to really tap in and understand these things, because these are the laws that govern our universe. These are the laws that govern the world that we live in, whether you acknowledge them or not, whether you think that it does or not. So yeah. So next we're going to get into, let's get in. Okay, so on this side, I have what the universe is calling you to step away from. On this side, I have what the universe is calling you towards. So the universe is calling you to get out of your shell. You see how this, I mean, first of all, it's fully a butterfly, but it's still not like it hasn't opened its wings yet. You don't understand that you're ready to soar. You're ready to expand. You're ready to, I'm hearing like show yourself to the world, but you're still trying to hide. But you can't, like, you've already outgrown this form of like trying to shrink yourself to be small. So you have no choice but to spread your wings and to, I'm hearing show up for yourself, because you deserve to put yourself out there. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be admired. So in whatever way this is, this could be regarding art. Just I feel like the collective is still struggling with like truly not caring about how people perceive. I'm hearing how people perceive specifically your art. I feel like you've gotten over how people perceive maybe like you as an individual, like 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 you, like the way that you just show up in the world, like on like surface level, like how someone would see you if they just met you somewhere, met you at an event. Like I feel like you've gotten over like that level of like you know, um, like insecurity just about yourself as a whole. But now we have to jump over the hurdle of getting over insecurities or doubts about the things that you create, the things that come from you, the things that you birth, the things that you put out. So that's and it'll day by day as you come to terms with the fact that you are, for one, once you accept that you actually respect the things that you do, once you accept that you respect and honor your creations because they're an extension of you, you'll get over this doubt about the things that you're creating. You'll get over this doubt about the things that you put out into the world. And so what source, what the universe, what God, what Allah, what your higher self wants you to come towards is the Chariot. So this card is extremely symbolic. So the source is saying that whatever you are wanting, whatever you are aiming for, is aiming right for you. It's heading right towards you. Everything that you desire is literally rushing towards you, like literally as we speak, on a chariot, on a golden horse, on a golden carriage. Like things are like heading towards you. Like you're literally being handed things on a golden platter. So lots of symbolism about the energy of gold, about the color gold. um yeah, I mean, also, so kind of similar to this, the source wants you to face your fears and face your fear of being judged, face your fear of being disliked, because I know you've heard this before, so I'm not the one that's breaking it to you, but there are people who are not gonna like you, no matter how perfect you are, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how talented, funny, smart you are. There will always be people who don't like you. So accept that right now and get over it. Like, it kind of sounds harsh, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, no one else's opinion of you matters whatsoever. All right, so down here on this side we have messages regarding like wealth and abundance. And then on this side we have messages regarding connections with other people. This could be romance, friendships, everyday people that you can encounter, etc. So we're gonna get started with this one. So regarding prosperity, I'm getting that there is some type of like creative talent or skill that you have been kind of sitting on that can really get you a lot of money. And I'm also getting that this has made you a lot of money in the past. And I'm getting that maybe you just haven't like, you just gotta tap in. You just gotta make something and put it out. Like it sounds simple, but it really is as simple as you making something. This could be making something with your hands. This could be making food. This could be you selling hot plates. This could be anything. This could be you doing hair, you doing makeup. This could be you. This could literally be anything. All you have to do is put it out there. Make a flyer for your services. Post, create something and post it and list it on like websites for you to sell stuff on. Like, just all you have to do is just put it out there. And you will be, like I said, everything that you're desiring is headed towards you. So the moment that you put yourself or your products or your your business or etc. out there, there's already an audience literally waiting for you, like literally waiting for you as we speak. And so last card regarding connections with other people, I'm getting that. So first thing that I got is watch what you say around people. The second thing that I got is watch what you say about people. And I'm not getting as far as gossip. I don't think that the collective that I'm channeling would ever like gossip or necessarily talk bad about people. I'm gonna take a sip of water really quick. So, like I said, I am getting to be careful about what you say around other people regarding like talking about your dreams and your desires, because everyone is not rooting for you. Everyone is not rooting for you, and you don't want to allow any type of I'm hearing like interference. Even though you are protected, it's still just like the tongue is so powerful. I'm also getting like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Life and death. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. I think that's gonna be the title of this video. Actually, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I don't know if you, I mean, y'all can see, but this is, it looks like a tongue. I don't know if the illustrator wanted it to look like it, but that looks like a tongue. These are eyes, and these are earthworms, and I'm gonna get into that. And of course, this is swords. Oh, so this is the Nine of Swords as well. So we also have, so this is the Nine of Wands. So we have Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. So there's lots of like swords and wands energy. So there's lots of like fiery, like, for one, there's a lot of people talking about you. That might be surprising to you because you might be very like, you know, like low key and like, you know, like don't really bother people, don't really, you know, you kind of just do your own thing. But there are a lot of people talking about you. Most of it is good, but of course some of it is, you know, gossip, you know, but who cares? Like, that's again why you need to be careful what you're saying around other people. Don't let people in on your plans prematurely. Just keep stuff to yourself. Like, even if you're just so excited about it, like you just want to tell somebody, baby, you got to get a journal. Like real rap. Like, you gotta stop speaking on stuff prematurely. And that's not to say, like, that's not out of fear of like, oh well, I don't want to say it because it might not happen. But it's like, no, it is gonna happen, and I'm protecting and watching over this, you know, this abundance, this opportunity, this prosperity, this success. I'm watching over it, and you know, I'm doing that by not even allowing other people to have the chance or the opportunity to interfere with it, with their thoughts, with their you know, with their low vibrational energy, with their doubt of you. You know what I'm saying? Like,